Hi guys, today I'm talking about a very popular mass market deck, which honestly is also a really big favorite of mine. I mean, such a big favorite that the box in a month is coming coming apart, but I love it so much. I really wanted to talk about it. It's called the Unveiled Tarot. It's mass market, it's a Liminal 11 deck. I bought it from Amazon, and it is by Jesse Longan. I guess that's how it's pronounced. So that's the packaging. Unfortunately, I do keep my decks well, but I don't know why it's coming apart in like a couple of months. Anyway, so I have spoken about it in other videos. You will see me talk about it. And as you know, Liminal 11 decks open like this. And I actually keep it always in this box, and I keep this box away rather. So this is how it is. Great, good job. Right. Um, So that I really wanted to talk about this deck, but it's not in order as I keep putting it in order and then using it. And I'm like, people won't mind, they'll forgive me. So look at this guidebook. It's so cute. Like there's not a lot in it, but it's well produced. And I don't mind when a guidebook doesn't have a lot because it's more like assuming that the audience already knows about tarot. And that's fine. Like whatever there is, it's very well written. That much I will tell you. And this was published in 2024, so it was last year only. Major arcana, you have the exclusive cards, the minor arcana, and how to read the cards, which usually in a guidebook is in the front of the guidebook. This one has it in the back. So this has a bit of a comic book graphic novel style, and that's the style of the art also. Like, yes, it's collage, but it's a very graphic novel. If you like graphic novels and you like comic books, you're going to like this art style. So this is the full card. So each of the cards has something in, like as if you're looking into a window, into a deeper perspective, and then you have what is outside. So here you see you have the politician, and inside is this joker. Let's face it, that's how we view a lot of our political leaders, don't we? So it's very modern and it's very about our age. And yet, what I like is the art brings in the lineage of tarot and the history of tarot, or the medieval times, the Victorian times, etc. Like here, you have a man playing, playing this game, and it's the magician. So playing this game as in the magician, they do the cups, which cup has the ball, that kind of thing. But it also has the astronaut because that's the manifestation, isn't it? Man landing on moon was one of the ultimate collective manifestations of human race. So there's that. Then High Priestess has a rock star, but inside you have the High Priestess as Tarot sees her. And let's see, let me show you how the artist has viewed it. Anyone can sing the notes, but the High Priestess knows that the spaces in between the notes are just as important as the notes themselves. The superficial world demands we pay attention to the sounds of clocks ticking, cars running, and voices talking. We've become so inured to the noise and the volume that we actually run from ourselves. Right? So here, I love High Priestess cards. It's my favorite card. This one is not exactly my favorite, but I hope you understand that this one basically doesn't talk about the rock star part, but the entertainer part. And you can only entertain and really move a crowd of people if you're listening to your intuition and what the audience wants, right? How do you keep someone engaged? The Empress, oh, it's beautiful. Like, it's not just usually Empress cards I don't like because it just shows a pregnant empress, but this one's amazing because this one is not only having a woman holding a baby, but it also has the woman's hand going into the earth and also showing how the earth itself, the tree and its root system below, right? Very as above, so below. And also just it's not just humans that are bringing more humans to the world, but trees are also doing that and also taking care of their younger ones, and the lushness of life, really. And it's a beautiful Empress card. And I know that the author, like the creator, keeps calling it superficial world, but honestly, the reason I like this deck, actually, I'm gonna put this down. I like this deck is because it's modern, is because it's relatable, is because the scenes I see here are scenes that we experience in our daily life. Like the Lover's card has this passionate lover in the background, but it also has two people, both on their stereos, could possibly be lovers, but they will not ever talk to each other. They're just sharing a subway ride. And that's just something that's quite interesting, right? Because these are just scenes that we all experience in daily life. And that's why I really love this deck. It doesn't help that it really reads well. That just adds to it. Like the Hierophant has the pagan lord, like a paganish lord in the little window, but outside is the structure, is the Pope, is the church, because it's I wouldn't even call it superficiality, but religion needs that show and tell for people to really believe in it. It needs the churches, needs the temples, it needs, popes in really big robes, and we call them pundits, but pundits in their robes. It needs a little bit of show and tell for people to believe, because if people just went by finding themselves through meditation, there's not a lot of show and tell there. So it kind of alludes to that. I'm going to go faster, I promise you. Here's the emperor, and you have someone with a vision, but you also have his statue. So it shows that, how he's kind of created that world. That was his vision. The chariot has, has the guy in a race car, and it also has the guy on an old school chariot really pushing forward. Strength has a woman and the lion, so they've not moved away from the tarot art, but it also has the strength you need to endure an ER at times of, at busy times, let's say. The hermit I love, because hermit is not just going inside, but also the being almost like being okay with your solitude, not okay, comfortable with your solitude, even when you're living in a city, even when you're going out and doing your things in that sea of people. I don't see this as isolation, but more like, because a hermit's hooded. So in that, he still has himself. He's not lost himself in this. Love the Wheel of Fortune. It's just stunning. Like, you've got all of the ancient, you've got the Sphinx and the Pharaoh and all the ancient gods and deities, and you also have the gambling. Like, it's all karmic cycles, but also cycles of chance. Justice, incredible. You have the protests that are about things that are unfair, right? Eventually we protest something against something that's unfair. And you have the king. The Hanged Man, it's so nice. It's in the desert, but it has a man, who's got that anchor tied to his heels. And it really shows not only a fresh perspective, but also, could you be stuck to that? Death. What an incredible card. Temperance. The Devil card is very interesting, because here you have almost like the 10 of Cups. You have this happy family photo, but you have that devil kind of holding them. And I would look at this as more like the mortgage, the stresses, all the things that our parents went through, but never showed it to the children, right? And they work really hard to maintain an equilibrium. Or even the pressure that people feel in, do I have that first house by 30? Do I have are you allowed to dream more than what your parents have told you to, that is the good life? And sometimes, and I know of people personally who've bought the house not because they really wanted to buy the house. They've taken the mortgage because by this age they should have bought the house and they should have had that mortgage, and they're doing that. So, I really like this Devil card because it really talks about the modern chains of modern life. The Tower. Isn't the sun amazing? I mean, can you really be sad in an amusement park, on a roller coaster? And isn't that life really? But it's interesting because this is at the top of the roller coaster when you're feeling great. And I love that that's the sun card. Judgment. In the world. It really feels like she's on the top of the world, and yet she's also encompassing the world together. This is the extra card that I spoke about, mob. Are you really giving into mob mentality, or are you thinking for yourself? And the puppeteer, which is like more about you as a manipulator. And then we have Ace of Wands, the wand suit. Okay, now Ace of Wands. This is the wand suit. So you see, you have the traditional, more traditional expression, and then you have an artistic expression outside, or a more modern one. Like, I love this. It's a TV show. Which door do you pick? And it still has the essence of Two of Wands. And it has, you can see the traditional imagery inside. Love this. It has the traditional imagery outside, and it has a man looking at his analytics board and his forecast board inside and planning his expansion. Four of Wands has a modernish couple inside, and then you have them literally being the bride and groom. What a beautiful deck, honestly. Five of Wands has all this anger of Five of Wands outside, but it also has inside the window like this revelry almost. I forgot the dance that is, but it's almost like a party inside. Six of Wands with a beauty queen. I love this. Ants are so well known to be diligent and, carrying all this load, and it has the traditional imagery still inside. The King of Wands is a rock star. This is where it kind of falls apart with my cup suit. But okay, let's get on with it. I love the Queen of Cups. It's like as if she's silently thinking about, with her glass of wine on the side. King of Cups holds the boat steady in a storm. This is so cute. It has that tropical holiday vibe of meeting someone new, and it has them in the snow. So almost like for better or for worse, weather-wise at least. I love this. You can interpret this in so many ways. You think of her almost thinking about her on a vacation, or you could think of her trying to keep at least her head above water. It's just so beautiful. I love this Six of Cups because everywhere it shows as giving to, a child, but here it really shows the nostalgia of Six of Cups, that feeling of all the things you used to love as a child. This is also so poignant because you have her thinking about picking fresh food, and yet there are so many options in a supermarket, but how many of those are really the fresh, produce that we would like? This is so nice. It's almost like the celebration of it's so 60s, isn't it? This is a great card because it has the Ten of Cups, but it also has the sadness. This is almost like people on the street thinking about their Ten of Cups. It's a beautiful card. All these cards have so much depth in them. One of my favorite cards in the deck because I've spoken about this in another video. It really is, it resonates with me. It embodies what I do in life in these boardrooms, and it's so much the negotiation, the playing, everything is directly correlated to the revenue and the growth of my company. And so this is a card I really connect with because the King of Pentacles is a role I embody almost every day. Where did this come from? We were in cups. Okay, well, guys, it had to show up as my favorite card. We'll keep it here. Now we go on to Ace of Swords. Isn't that incredible? Because you have the chess outside. So you don't feel as much of the block, as much of the strategic way forward. Like that, it's just beautiful. Love how he's got his fingers crossed. This is really nice, like mental trap. Yes, there you are. You think you're on that table being taken apart and all of that, and yet it's your mental trap. I love this too. I love how they've done the tens. They have this amazing Bridgerton-like party, but she's got all these backbiting women with all their swords. on her, like whether it's the women, whether it's her life, whether it's her, all of that, but she's like down to the last thread. She's here, she's putting up face, she's doing this. The resilience in this card is amazing. This is what's on the cover of the box. The King of Swords also has a heart. As an entrepreneur, this really, really resonates with me because, I always used to say in the beginning that I'm building something, but only I am aware of it. Only I have that vision. People can't see it now. They can just see this. They cannot see this. I can see it, but I can't do this alone. I need my team to get to this. This is why this card is just really, really beautiful. Even the Five of Pentacles, again, a very resilient card. It's not just poverty and, being left out on cold, but just the resilience of joining this march when you're wounded. And I love that they've used this for Five of Pentacles. Like, look at this. The quintessential tea party, the fulfillment. That's me also. And we have the King. There you go. That's the Unveiled Tarot. I hope you got a chance to look at it through me, through my eyes. Now, as you know, I'm not necessarily into um, visual pairings. I use this deck a lot. It's one of my most favorite decks. It speaks to me so well. It's a really, really beautiful one of those that will give you scarily accurate readings. So I almost want to use this every day. It's my go-to when I'm not trusting any other deck or I'm feeling too fragile and I only want to use this. That's how this deck is. But I also like to use this very energetically, and I'll just show you one of those. Okay, here we are. We're with the Phases and Forests Oracle, and we have the Unveiled Tarot. Like, isn't that amazing? It says connected, and here it's the World card. Maybe I bring you guys a little bit closer. Okay. Strength and endings. Like, these two just really go together energetically so well. I really wish I had better hand movements. Communication and Chariot. Wow. Just wow. So this is one way of really energetically connecting. This is one pairing I really like. So let's try this. I haven't actually worked with this one, but let's see. I like that. Nine of Cups and Nurture. This is the embodied ecosystems oracle. It's a tarot and oracle deck. I use it as an oracle, but you could use it as either. And I have a video on this actually on my channel. You can go see it. That is beautiful. I have noticed that nature decks really go well with this deck. Even Woodland Wardens. Incredible. Just incredible. So I've shown you a couple of pairings, how to energetically bond with this. It's eerily accurate, guys. You're not going to go wrong with it. It's a mass market gem. I'm going to buy another copy because that box is falling apart. It is one of my favorite decks. At least once in a week, I have to touch it and do at least one reading with it to know that everything's well in life and in the world. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to end it at the Lover's card. And this was the Unveiled Tarot. Please tell me if you have it, if it's one of your favorites, if you've tried it. Please leave me a comment. I love to speak to you guys. And thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.